Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram. You on the cricket show, Cricket Happenings, and the cricket happenings. It's all is has finally come down to the last day of the Test series between India and Australia for the Border Gavaskar Trophy, and with rain forecast on the final day at Brisbane, definitely things are not looking good for the Aussies. The Indians need 324 runs to win the final Test match and the series, and also retain the Border Gavaskar Trophy. But as I said, for India, everything is going for them. But for the Aussies, everything is going against them. There was overnight rain as well, and one does not know whether play would be starting on time today, but we will see. So India had probably, I think, 3 to 4 overs before close of play, and they finished with 4 for none in that time period. And India have been given a target. India still need 324. So basically, the target was 328 runs for India to go and win this particular Test match. So definitely, the Indians did a good job yesterday. When play started yesterday, Marcus Harris and David Warner went off in a very serene fashion. Yes, there was some streaky edges which went past the slips, but other than that, they were playing with confidence. And especially Marcus Harris, it was good to see that his strong suit is actually going through the offside. He's a very good player, square on the offside, and that's what he precisely did. He slammed a lot of boundaries through that area between the point region and the square region. As I said, he was playing very well square of the wicket. David Warner, as he normally does, he is someone who really starts playing the strokes, and he was playing in his own manner, and the partnership was really blossoming. And definitely, it was not good news for India because the score had moved on to 89 with these two persons really working hard and playing some good strokes. As that was going on, so as that was going on, and also just before I go on to describe this match, because I'll get some more time to talk about this match. But just wanting to tell you that England had absolutely no problems. They went on to a 7-wicket victory in the first Test match against Sri Lanka, and England have taken a 1-0 lead in the series. And Joe Root was the man of the match. Back to that later. But let's keep the conversation going on the India versus Australia final day match coming up. But let's talk about the 4 days play. As I said, the opening partnership was doing well for Australia, and things were going pretty well. And that was the time Shardul Thakur, who has been someone who has really, shown what a utility cricketer he is. He comes in and he also has a lot of variety. He's one bowler who swings the ball. He can surprise you with your pace as well. He has a nice bouncer. He bowls some good Yorkers sometimes. So, he's a sort of a variety type of bowler. He can bowl all sorts of deliveries. And that really says a lot. And here he was coming and bouncing one at Marcus Harris, was looking good for the first time in the series with 38, and he had 8 boundaries embedded in that. So it was really good going for Marcus Harris before Shardul Thakur bowled a bouncer, and Marcus Harris was trying to sway away from it. But in that particular situation where he tried to sway away from it, the ball actually grazed probably the glove or the bad part of it. Basically, it hit his gloves and it went past his helmet. And Rishabh Pant took the catch, and he was gone for 38. So that was wicket number 1. The Aussies, who were looking good at 89 for 9, lost their first wicket, 89 for 1. David Warner was joined by Manus Labuschagne, and then the other debutant, Washington Sundar. What a delivery he produced to get a very important wicket, that of David Warner, trapping him 48 with a nice off break, one could say, because this was an arm ball. So basically, as you know, as a right arm off spinner, the arm ball, the one that goes in straight, and that's what he precisely bowled. David Warner probably played for the turn, but the ball went and hit his pad, and that was the end of David Warner. LBW bowled Washington Sundar for 48 with 6 boundaries, and Washington Sundar definitely was getting some sort of turn on the wicket. It was a very loud appeal from Washington Sundar, as he was very confident that this was out. Manus Labuschagne and Stephen Smith joined, so definitely the score was 91 when Warner departed, and it did not take much time for the third wicket to fall, and this was the wicket of Manus Labuschagne. Now this was Mohammad Siraj coming back to his second spell and delivering a beautiful delivery. Got some extra bounce on the corridor, and Manus Labuschagne was really taken by surprise as the ball straightened and hit the splice, and it has gone into Rohit to actually pouch the. And he was taken at second slip, and Rohit Sharma definitely had a fine day, picking up 5 catches today, equaling the former Indian opener Chris Shrikant's record of 5 catches. Manus Labuschagne 25, 5 boundaries, the score at 123 for 3, and now we had 2 new batsmen at the crease, Stephen and Matthew Wade. Stephen Smith, well, he was looking good in his stroke making. He was doing what was expected of him, stroking the ball very well. But Matthew Wade definitely disappointed and is definitely in a big problem. In the sense, when I say a big problem, it is because I think the South African tour is also coming up for the Aussies, and I think Matthew Wade would have probably missed the. Would be probably having probably not be selected, because Matthew Wade has been failed once again. This time trying to glance a delivery, flicking a delivery down the leg side, and Siraj was once again the bowler, and Siraj took his wicket. Matthew Wade was gone for naught. After that, we saw Stephen Smith get a delivery from Mohammad Siraj, once again rearing up. This was probably the vagaries of the pitch, one could say, with the wear and tear. This ball also reared up, and it hit the glove of Stephen Smith, and that was the end of Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith got 55, 7 boundaries in that. Rahane taking the catch there. And then Cameron Green was really quiet. He was not able to really force the scoring. And that's what people was expecting. People were expecting that Australia will go for their strokes. They did. But Cameron Green was kept quiet by the Indian bowlers. But Shardul Thakur came in, and another catch for Rohit Sharma, as this was a short of length from Shardul Thakur. The ball rose in height. And Green's that was the end of Green, as he nicked on to Rohit Sharma for 37 with 3 boundaries. So that made it 227 for 6. And then Tim Payne was there. Tim Payne also got a good delivery from Thakur. As I said, Thakur was bowling very well. I thought Thakur was the best bowler, even though Siraj went on to pick up his first 5-wicket haul of his Test career. He was truly deserving. And this was Tim Payne getting a short ball. And again, as I told you about the pitch, the ball rising and caught the top edge of the bat as Tim Payne tried to play a hook shot onto it, or the pull shot, and the ball nestled into the hands of the wicketkeeper Pant. He was gone for 20. A good catch, I thought, by Pant, because he had to really dive. Being a short guy, he had to put in a dive and pluck the ball from thin air. So 242 for 7. After that, it was pretty quickly cleaned up. The tailenders were quickly cleaned up. Stark caught Saini bowled Mohammad Siraj for 1. Then we have Nathan Lyon falling a victim to Shardul Thakur as he tried to flare delivery from Thakur through the cover region. He was gone, caught Agarwal, and Josh Hazlewood was taken at third man, which was trying to play a ram shot, and Mohammad Siraj was definitely on a roll, as he has got his first 5-wicket haul of his career, and why not? He truly deserved a 5-wicket haul. He has done all the work, and I'm sure this is a performance that is going to go a long way to probably get a spot for him in the Indian team. He has done a great job being he has been the pace spearhead of India in the absence of Bumrah and Shami, and here he comes in and takes a 5-wicket haul against Australia in Australia at the Gabba, and there can't be a prouder moment for a bowler to get his first 5-wicket haul in Test cricket, and that too in Australia against Australia. So Pat Cummins was not out on 28, 2 fours and 1 6. That was the end of the Australian innings. They were bowled out for 294. They're setting the Indians at 328, but as I said, rain, once again, the play had to be stopped, and players had to troop off and there was a lot of time. Rain started pelting. And as I said, 5 for 73 for Mohammad Siraj, 1 for 80 for Washington Sundar. Shardul Thakur returning his best analysis in Test cricket, 61, and Sundar also getting one. So there was only hardly 1.5 overs bowled to India, and the Indians were 4 for none in the second innings, with Rohit Sharma not out on 4 with a solitary boundary. Shubman Gill was yet to score, and that was the end of the day on day 4, with rain coming in and definitely interrupting proceedings. So as I said, the Border Gavaskar Trophy on the final day, with rain being forecast today as well. And as I said, because of the overnight rain, that is definitely going to be soggy. The outfield is going to be, even though I'm told Gabba Brisbane has the best drainage facilities, but I think we are definitely, everything is tilting towards India. And India, in my opinion, I could say probably they have retained the Border Gavaskar Trophy, because rain is going to be definitely there. And as I said, we don't know whether there'll be the play would be starting on time. That is another question mark, and also more forecast for rain. And India, unless, as I said, the Aussies can come up with something special that they did in the second test of bowling the Indians out for 36, if they can come up with something of a repeat performance like that, they probably could clinch it. But other than that, I don't see any reason why the Indians are definitely adept. I'm sure they're learning from their mistakes. They are not the ones to succumb like before, for sure. As far as India going for the chase is concerned, I would say that it's better not to attempt, because I don't think it's going to be possible, as I said, because time is going to be a constraint with rain, unless the rains are going to stay away and you're going to get a full session of play. We are going to get full 6 hours of play. Then I would definitely say that India should be chasing. Other than that, I don't think India should even attempt it. It's just a matter of just stay put at the crease and see to it that they retain the Border Gavaskar Trophy. As I said, it is completely, it's total credit to India for the way they have played. And this is not the first string team. This is not the second string team. This is a third string team that India has got with all those injuries, and still India will be retained. So that is going to be a very, very proud moment for Ravi Shastri and his boys. No doubt about it. It's a great moment for India if they retain the Border Gavaskar Trophy. And I'm sure this is something which is definitely going to happen today. So as I said, Australia at a very, very marked disadvantage as far as the England versus Sri Lanka. And also one thing I would like to tell you, dear fans, we see that the pitch is definitely playing its tricks, no doubt. We have seen balls that have reared up, and let's also understand that the Aussies have good pacier than India, so the ball could really rear up, so that would pose extreme problems for India. And besides that, I'm also told there is a rough outside the off stump, where Nathan Lyon, the right-arm off spinner, who is gunning for his 400 wickets in his 100th test, he just has 3 wickets to get. And he's also someone who could cause a bit of a stir in the India. The other thing is that also we have seen that balls are also scooting. When T. Natarajan was bowling yesterday, we saw some balls that literally scooted to Cameron Green. And we have seen that as well. So definitely, but it is not happening on a very consistent level. So that is the good thing for India. But as and when it happens, but we have seen balls rearing up. That has been sort of a feature yesterday. So I think India has to really guard against that. And that's the reason I said that Indians just retaining the Border Gavaskar Trophy would be a wonderful feeling. As far as England, Sri Lanka are concerned, I have to say that England, we thought that probably there'll be some more drama, but nothing to be. But definitely they were very, very cautious, especially Jonathan Bairstow nursing them home, not out 35 with 2 boundaries. Dan Lawrence 21, not a boundary in that. And that was the end of the first test match between Sri Lanka and England. England winning the test match by 7 wickets to go 1-0 in the 2-match series. Yeah, it's a 2-match series, so they're already 1-0. And I'm not going to go into any of those details. Mbuldini had 2 for 29, none for 34. Dilruwan Pereira, Hasranga bowled just a solitary over. A bit surprised that Hasranga bowled only 1 over because he's a good right-arm leg spinner, especially on the final day. I thought Hasranga could have bowled much more than what he did. Anyways, so that is as far as this particular two matches are concerned. Now let's have a look at some, and also looking at the, and also what this is going to do when India is going to retain the Border Gavaskar trophy. It's going to make things easy for India for the World Test Championship final. Because as you know, Australia are the ones on the top, then India. So I think India will be usurping Australia today by retaining the Border Gavaskar trophy. And also, so it is really, Indians had a real advantage. And some news coming in as I'm just talking to you. We have some news coming in, so I'm just going to share this with you. This news is coming in from India. Ishan Sharma and Virat Kohli will be back in the series against England. That's the news I'm just getting. I'm just looking at the news right now because the selection meeting is going to go. As you know, this is the first time a new band of selectors would be in charge. Chetan Sharma is the new chairman of the Board of Control for Cricket in India. The other fellow selectors, it's made up of Sunil Joshi, the left-arm spinner, former one, Abhay Kurubilla, the right-arm medium pacer from Mumbai, Debashish Mohanty, another pacer who probably played just one test match, and Harvinder Singh, who has also probably played one or two test matches in my reckoning. So So India has a brand new team which will be sitting down and selecting the Indian team for the England series. So England series will be, as I said, Virat Kohli will be back into the business. That was expected, but the good news is that Ishan Sharma will be back in business. So that is another good news for India. So let's. I'm just trying to see. So Ishan Sharma will be back in business, no doubt about it. And the other likely bowlers would be Mohammad Siraj, Shardul Thakur, T. Natarajan. And I'm also trying. And Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, who has already. I mean, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar to me has been a big success story in England because he naturally swings the ball, and I would love to see Bhuvaneshwar Kumar in England, especially in English conditions. So, looking at that, Kumar was injured; he could not play in the IPL, as we all know. But let me see what is the news here. I'm told he's playing the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy for Uttar Pradesh, and the selectors want him to bowl a lot. So definitely they are eyeing him as well, and I think that will be a great move because Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, as I said, he has been very successful in England because he naturally swings the ball. Conditions would ideally suit Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. And Ashwin leading the spin attack, Ravindra Jadeja, and also we'll have to see like what other things are in store. But for the England series, I'm just trying to see the news, dear fans. I'm just trying to get into it. So probably we could probably see some new names as well. But as I said, this is the new brand of selectors who are sitting in, and whether Prithvi Shaw would still be making it, that really left to question. Sorry, I'm extremely sorry. I just spoke a bit too early. I'm extremely sorry about that. We are not playing. I was talking about Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, that the conditions would be ideal. Probably not. As I just realized the fact, I do apologize for the error. Actually, it's a home series against England. So basically, England are coming to India. For the first two test matches, the selectors would be the Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, would be sitting in with the chairman, Chetan Sharma, and fellow selectors to select the teams for the two tests, which is going to be played, one in Chennai and another is going to play in Ahmedabad. And let me tell you, the Motera Stadium the Sardar Vallabhbhai, I think Motera Stadium or Sardar Vallabhbhai, I'm not sure about the name, but the stadium in Ahmedabad is going to be a world-class facilities, and one is looking forward to the test match against England in Ahmedabad because I'm told it is going to be the world's largest stadium as far as cricket is concerned, the Motera Stadium in Ahmedabad. So that is pretty exciting. I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, any cricket news that I wanted to cover, I'm just trying to. Yes, there is one news I can cover, one thing I can say is that the United Arab Emirates and Ireland played a match, and Ireland beat the United Arab Emirates by a huge margin of 112 runs in Abu Dhabi. Ireland made 228 for 6, but the the shining feature was the all-rounder Simi Singh getting into the mix. He figures of 5 wickets for 10 runs, and also he also hit a 50. So it was an all-round performance. Ireland made 228 for 6 batting first. The very talented rounder Camphor made 56. Singh made 54. Simi Singh. Zahoor, the UAE bowler, took 3 for 35. United Arab Emirates were bowled out for 116. Farid 28. So I'm not going to go into much details on this, but just wanted to touch base on this. And the other news is that I don't know whether people will remember. Some people, in my days, I do know that there was a bowler for India by the name Bhagavat Chandrasekhar. I'm told that he's recovering, and I wish that he recovers. He's 75 years of age. He had a minute stroke, it seems. So I really pray for him that he recovers quickly. But what a bowler he was. I mean, he was someone. He had a sort of a freak. He was a sort of a freak because he basically had a sort of a problem with his hand, and he was bowling. He was a spin bowler, but normally, if you talk to people and if you go into the exterior stories of this guy, Bhagavat Chandrasekhar, who was one of the quartet of the Indian spinners, because India at those times did not have any pace bowlers. They had some person who used to take the shine of the new ball by bowling 1 or 2 overs, and then it would all be the spinners. Bishan Singh Bedi, Srinivasan Venkatraghavan, right arm off spinner, Bishan Singh Bedi, another off spinner, Bhagavat Chandrasekhar, who his googly was something which was menacing. He was a leg spinner, and then have E.S. Prasanna. So we had a spate of off spinners, and he was another leg spinner for India. And what a bowler he was. I mean, in 58 tests, he took 242 or 54. I'm just trying to look at that. And when I saw the stats, it was really stunning. I mean, what a bowler he was. If you could even, for some people who have not, do not know about this man, Bhagavat Chandrasekhar, I would tell them, there might be a lot of youngsters, I'm sure, would not even know who is this Bhagavat Chandrasekhar. If you don't know that, go into your YouTube and just see Bhagavat Chandrasekhar's videos, and you will know that this person was a spinner, but he was taking a run. I mean, the ball was coming at a good pace. I thought he was the fastest leg spinner in cricket, Bhagavat Chandrasekhar. So have a look at it, and you will know 58 test matches, and he captured 242 test wickets for India. And I'm told he suffered a minute stroke. He's 75, and let's all pray for him. Other than that, dear fans, Big Bash League, there was a real big bash by the Australian all-rounder Ben McDermott. Took the Hobart Hurricanes to victory with a wonderful 96 runs. He's looking into some fine nick there, Ben McDermott, in the Big Bash League, as Hobart Hurricanes won the match against the Sydney Thunder by 6 wickets. Well, other than that, dear fans, one more match which is coming up, definitely Bangladesh and West Indies. West Indies are already there in Bangladesh, and West Indies definitely are definitely not with their full strength team. We all know that, but let's also understand they have some very good talented blokes coming in from the Caribbean Premier League, and Bangladesh coach Domingo has already mentioned that he's not going to take them lightly. Yes, you can't take the West Indians lightly. They are coming back on some very good records in the Caribbean Premier League, and I think we are going to have quite a contest. And Bangladesh, let me tell you, this is a team which is absolutely on the rise. They have batsmen now; they are at full strength. Tamim Iqbal is back. They're going to use Soumya Sarkar as a finisher. They have the experience of Mohammad Riyad, Mushfiqur Rahim, and I think this Bangladesh team, to me, is looking very strong. Let me tell you that. I mean, the bowling is coming on well. They have some quality spinners as well. And I think we are in for a real contest between Bangladesh and West Indies. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that really brings an end to this cricket show of mine. I hope you all enjoyed my broadcast. And with this being said, it's time for me to hit the wind-up button for today. And a pleasure talking to you all, guys. And I wish we really have some more cricket today. And as you guys were asking me whether India should be going for the chase, I wish and pray that the rain stays away and India definitely try to chase it. Well, if rain is going to be there, then there's no point. It's better to stay put at the crease and go for a draw and retain the Border Gavaskar trophy. But still, there is something left in the game on the final day. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that's it from me, your host Ram, and see you all tomorrow on my next cricket show. Goodbye.